Hello, my name is Douglas Bloch, otherwise known as DB. I'm an author and mental health educator. Welcome to your Depression Recovery channel, where each week we talk about practical tools and coping strategies for healing from depression and anxiety. The title of today's video is You're More Resourceful Than You Think. But before we start, we have to tell our joke. There's a fine line between a numerator and a denominator. I suspect that only a fraction of you will get this joke. I love math jokes. Remember the one I love the most? Well, when I was a math teacher, my favorite dessert was pie. Anyway, as I said, I could do a string of them. All right, so what is the title of the video? You're more resourceful than you think. Well, this is a good topic because those of us who suffer from depression and anxiety don't feel very resourceful at all. Oftentimes we are confronted with challenges, difficulties, we feel overwhelmed, and we feel we have no ability to cope. However, from what I've observed, each of us contains inner strengths and resources that can allow us to cope with any situation. If we call upon that to help us out in difficult times, I believe that we will manifest capacities and abilities we did not know we had. Let me share a personal example. In the summer of 1988, at the ripe old age of 39, boy, what I would give to go back then, but they've proven in physics you can't go backwards in time. Anyway, in the summer of 1988, I had just completed a book on the healing power of affirmations called Words That Heal, Affirmations and Meditations for Daily Living. Because its principles were very similar to a church called Unity, I decided to reach out to a local center and ask if I could possibly do a workshop on affirmations to promote the book. And they said, sure, we think you're the right guy for the job. So next month they scheduled a workshop. A week later, I got a call from the board of directors of the church on a Saturday afternoon. I know this is short notice, he said, but today our minister got ptomaine poisoning at a church picnic, and we have nobody to do the lesson. Now, in Unity, they call sermons lessons. She continued, I hope you can fill in tomorrow for the minister and give a lesson. It would be a very good opportunity to promote your book. Upon hearing this request, two thoughts immediately came to mind. The first was, there's no way you can do this. You've never spoken to a church group, especially one of 350 members. This is a big audience. What are you going to do? The second voice, which was just as compelling, was, oh, no, this is an opportunity that you can't pass up. So I was paralyzed. What do I listen to? Which voice? Which avenue do I take? I said to Diane, hey, look, can I have 30 minutes to think about this? She said, sure, no problem. I decided to take a walk in the neighborhood to figure out how I was going to respond to Diane's request. As I walked along the tree-lined streets, two voices came to me. The first was a voice of fear. It said, hey, come on, you've never done this before. You're going to fall flat on your face. But there was a second voice that said, okay, you've never spoken to this kind of a group before, but I trust that you have the creativity and the competence to put together a compelling message. After giving the matter some thought, I decided to follow the second voice. When I returned from the walk, I called Diane and said, okay, I'll accept your offer. So when the conversation was finished, I thought, what am I going to do? I decided to take one of my meditations from the book called Listen to Yourself and write a script based on it, a lesson. I called it Listening to Your Inner Voice. I worked on that lesson all Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, late into the night. And by the time Sunday morning arose, I thought I had something decent. I got to the church. It was a really magical day. All of the regular people were gone. There was a series of substitutes there, including me, but we just clicked together. It was really quite amazing. And after my talk, speech, lesson, sermon, I got a standing ovation, and 40 people paid for this book in advance, 40 pre-orders, and of course, when the book came out, they bought it. And the workshop was quite successful. So this launched a 12-year series of lectures and workshops that I gave at Unity around the country. It developed a whole series of aspects of myself I didn't know existed, and it was quite successful. There's an old saying that necessity is the mother of invention. Sometimes we can't find our inner strengths and resources until we're forced to draw upon them to deal with a challenging situation. This is why it's not during times of ease, but during times of difficulty and challenge that we are forced to grow and go out of our comfort zone. If you look at the lives of many people who have achieved their dreams, they had to overcome many obstacles and challenges. Sometimes we need the support of other people to help us tap into our previously undiscovered resources. This could be a family member, friend, counselor, teacher, spiritual guide, anyone who can hold a vision of your success when you can't hold it for yourself. Let me share with you a story about how one person gave me the encouragement I couldn't give myself. During my worst suicidal episode in 1996, one of the reasons I wanted to end my life is that I was sure I was washed up as a writer. 3 of my books had recently gone out of print, and I could think of nothing new to say. So one day, I was at my local Unity Church, and I approached the minister and said, "What reason could there be for me to going through this type of hell?" He said, "Oh, I think I know the reason. I think you're going through this trial because one day you're going to come out of it and you're going to write a book that's going to help a lot of people." My first response was one of anger. "What?" I said. "How can you say that? You have no idea what I'm going through." Michael replied, "I know this may be hard to believe, but can you at least entertain the possibility that what I'm saying might be true?" Upon reflection, it was immensely reassuring that someone who knew me for such a long time could believe in me in a way that I could not believe myself, or believe, that I had any future. So he saw something that was coming down the pike that I couldn't see. But when he said that to me, it gave me pause, and I thought, wow, maybe he's right. 8 months later, Michael's prediction came true. I emerged from this depressive episode and went on to write my memoir, When Going Through Hell Don't Stop, which has helped many people. And the book is now available as an audiobook on audible.com, which these days, audiobooks are really, I think, the most popular things that people are reading. So if you are facing a difficult or challenging situation, I hope that what I've shared with you will give you the courage to persevere. Although your suffering may be coming from circumstances outside of yourself or the agony of a mood disorder, I believe that you have within you the resources you need to cope with the situation. Hold on. You can make it. You are more resourceful than you think. This has been Douglas Bloch. I hope you enjoyed this video, learned something from it. And if you did, please write your comments in the comments section. I love hearing what you have to say, and I do answer every comment. Or you can email me, douglasbloch@gmail.com. If you want to subscribe to this channel, I think we have about 81,000 subscribers right now. I hope to get to 100,000 one day. Well, simply hit the little, what is it called? The subscribe button when it comes on during the closing credits. And if you push the bell to the right, you'll be notified every time that I make a new video or do a new live chat. And if you want to support this channel monetarily, simply click on the Patreon image in the closing credits. You'll be taken to my crowdfunding site. And until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. Remember, you are more resourceful than you think.